guys, so I've just answered all of the assumptions from my Instagram story that I put up. I also filmed a Get Ready With Me at the same time because I didn't want to just sit here and answer your assumptions. I thought like that'd be quite boring. I don't want to film a super long intro, so let's just get straight into the video. The majority of assumptions I got were from Instagram, so I'm just going to start there. And the first one is you love being a mum. I'm using Fenty Beauty Foundation. It's the only foundation I use, and it's in the shade 235. Of course, I love being a mum because I love Noah, but it's very, very difficult. Like, the hardest thing I've ever done. It's so energy draining. I'm literally doing this blind. I cannot see anything because the mirror's behind the camera. But yeah, it's the most draining thing I've ever done. It takes a lot of work until you actually have a child. You don't realise just how hard it is. I mean, regardless of how hard it is, it's obviously the most rewarding thing in the world. I know I've said this before, but it's like no one will love you like your child does. If anything, that keeps me going, like literally in every aspect of my life. The second assumption is that I don't drink. I actually stopped drinking for like, I think it was like a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, so that's probably why that would be an assumption. But I started drinking again last year, but like I said, it's very, very rare. The next one is that I hate clubbing, and I honestly couldn't say because I've never been to a club in my life, but from what I imagine it to be like, it's literally my worst nightmare. Like, going out gives me such bad anxiety. I feel so unsafe. So yeah, I cannot imagine that I would like it at all. But that's strange. I think people would assume that I did go out. I don't know why, I just thought people would assume otherwise, but you know. The next one is that I want more children, and honestly, I don't know. I don't anytime soon. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't say like, oh, definitely never again. But it's just the fact that I don't want to start over when Noah's a lot older. I'm so sorry as well. My skin is so dry at the moment. I'm so sorry that you even have to look at it. My makeup won't come out good because my skin is so bad. You have always had a favourite sibling, 100%. But it changes. It's not like one sibling all the time. Sometimes I'll be closer to one than I am to the other. I'm using Smashbox concealer, and I really need to actually buy a new concealer because it's not the right shade. I have to mix them together, and even then it's still not really the right shade. But I literally hate spending money on makeup. It's just so expensive. So many people have said like, you want another child. Someone said you want another child quite soon, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. Like, that would be my worst nightmare if I got pregnant now. I think I would genuinely have a mental breakdown. Like, how on earth I would cope with another child, I do not know, and I'm just nowhere near where I want to be in order to have another child. You're quite shy around new people. I feel like I'm shy even around people I know. I don't know if I'd say shy or anxious, but it's weird because most people that know me say that I don't come across shy, like at all, never. But inside, I literally cannot explain like how anxious and how nervous I get around new people or big groups of people. So yeah, I'd say that's definitely right. This one hurt my feelings a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. You're good at giving advice but not taking your own, and I feel like, I don't know where that assumption has come from. There must be some kind of flawed area in my life where you think I could have taken my own advice, but I would say it rings some truth. Like, I am the first person to give advice to anyone going through something, like, or draw on my own experience to help people, but I kind of wallow in my problems rather than dealing with them. I definitely think that's something I'm going to work on this year, taking more of my own advice and prioritizing myself. You're a serious person. Do you know what I'm not? I think especially if you don't know me, I would come across as a really serious person because I'm too scared and I care too much what other people think, so I would never show like that fun or like childish or just generally like happy, silly version of myself because I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be judged. I'm actually the least serious person in the world once you get to know me. Oh my god, my skin is so dry. You wear the pants in your relationship. That's definitely not true. I honestly don't believe in, oh, you wear, like, someone wears the pants. Maybe in other people's relationships, but in mine, I'd honestly say it's very 50-50, like depending on the situation, decision making, what is happening then and there. Yeah, it's very scenario based. I use Laura Mercier translucent powder. Does it come in a shade or are they all the same? No, the shade is translucent. If anybody has dry skin, can you please tell me like what you do to counter it? Because I get dermatitis on my face. Really, I should go to the doctor and get steroid cream prescribed. You know what I'm trying to say. But I don't want to go into the doctors because of coronavirus. You're confident. See, this is what I would think people would assume based off of like my pictures and even just the fact that I do YouTube. But no, the complete opposite. I'm definitely more confident now than I was a couple of years ago, but confident is not a word I would use to describe myself. You think straightened hair looks better on you than curly? Oh, 100%. Which is strange to me because obviously my natural hair is very, very curly. But when my hair is curly, I'm not even joking, I don't want to leave my house. I just feel like everyone's looking at me. You're materialistic. I wouldn't say I'm not materialistic because obviously I enjoy material things. I like shopping, I like buying new things, but I don't prioritize it. So there's so many other things that come above material for me. But it's just seen as a negative thing to be materialistic, but I don't think it is. Like, if that's what you enjoy, then enjoy it. Just don't place it above like your family and your health. Obviously there's much more important things in life than material, but if you want that designer bag, get that designer bag. Like, it's no one's business. I feel really small. Okay, so the next one is you've never had your heart broken. The way I wish that was true, and I'm so glad that it would come across like that, but yeah, no, definitely not true. I've had my heart shattered into pieces, but I feel like majority of girls have at some point in their life. It made me laugh because it's like, oh, only broken hearts, but I've definitely never broken someone's heart. I'm just gonna set my face with All Nighter Urban Decay. Went in my mouth. As my dad would say, waft, waft, waft. I feel like my makeup routine has simplified so much. I just never ever go anywhere, and where I have, oh my god, let me vent to you. Where I've had the chance to actually get individual lashes again, and the way it just got taken away, like I had to watch my lashes drop off one by one, and now I look like this, and I had no strip lashes left, and the glue that I use, the one lash glue that I know how to use, has been discontinued. When that happened, I was like, do you know what is the point of even doing my makeup, because I have no eyelashes, none whatsoever, like not even, I've got none. Some colour back into my skin. You wanted a girl as soon as you accepted that you were pregnant. Do you know what? That is not true. I wanted a boy. I wanted a boy until I went for the gender reveal scan, and then as she went to like do the scan, in my head something just went, I really want a girl, please be a girl, please be a girl. I think it's because I realised I might not want any other children, and the only reason I wanted a boy first was so that when I had a girl, she had an older brother, but then I realised there might not be a girl after the boy, and I really want a daughter, so I think that's where it came from. But yeah, no, I really, really wanted a boy. Again, rude, you can't cook. I mean, I don't have a Michelin star or anything, but I can cook. I feel like when you have a child, you have to learn how to cook. I couldn't cook before having Noah. The one thing I hate is that I cook the same things over and over again. There'll be like between 10 and 15 dishes, and I literally just cook them on repeat over and over and over again. So yeah, if anybody wants to send me some recipes, honestly, feel free. You don't like trainers. I do. How can you? I do like trainers, I just don't really have any. I really did not mean to contour my nose to this extent. I wish I knew how to thread myself. I might actually teach myself, because I really cannot be relying on my eyebrow lady who's being forced to shut every 5 minutes. You put a lot of time and effort into self-care, and honestly I wish that was true. I'm trying a lot harder this year. I feel like I always find myself saying like I don't have the time and there's more important things, but that's gotta change because it's not true. You can always find the time. Okay, so the next assumption is that I am the favourite child, and 100% without a doubt, he would never in his life admit this, but I am without doubt my dad's favourite child. I'm really glad that someone said this, because I thought that me starting YouTube would make people think that I was like a really open person, and I am to some extent, but someone basically said that I am a very private person. It is really, really true. I know like that doesn't make much sense because of the videos that I've made, and I'm very particular about what I share. I talk about things openly because it helps me heal, but there are many aspects of my life that are private and will always be private, because I don't believe that everybody needs to know your business. Next one is you're an amazing mom, and I feel like it's so important to tell people that, or to make people aware that you think they're doing a good job, because there are days where I feel like I'm the worst mom, like the most terrible, that anyone could do it better than me, and then there are days where I feel like, you know what, I smashed that, like this whole motherhood thing. It just depends on how I've been through the day, but I try my hardest, and that's what's most important. I'm gonna put my eyelashes on off camera because I know it's going to irritate me because I don't have the right glue, and I'm also going to blow dry my hair, but then I'll be back. Okay, so I put my eyelashes on. I'm not a big fan of them. I just hate strip lashes so much, but better than nothing, I suppose. And I've blow dried my hair. I'm just going to finish my makeup and then I'm going to straighten my hair. You're close with your family. I'm so close with my family, and not just my immediate family. Like, my family is huge. My dad has 10 brothers and sisters, and I'm close with a lot of them. I'm just like close with my family as a whole, which I'm really grateful for. Not everybody has like a huge family, so that's something I'm honestly honestly so thankful for. You had to mature quickly when you had Noah, 100%. I used to think I was so mature. I don't know, I just thought I was an adult and I really wasn't. And then when I had Noah, I was like, this is adulting. You're a perfectionist. Honestly, that's not true. I don't see myself as a perfectionist at all. I feel like there are certain things that I want to perfect. Usually I get really frustrated when I'm in that mood. So I would say no, not really. I'm really not liking my face today. You want to become a full-time YouTuber and you enjoy YouTube. And honestly, I underestimated how much I would enjoy it. Like, I'm praying that I can turn it into something. I would love it to become like a full-time job. So yeah, 100%. I enjoy it more than I thought I would. I'm honestly so over this whole lockdown situation. Like, I just want to get my eyebrows done. I just want to get my eyelashes done. I just want to go on holiday. I just want to be able to like go out like a normal person. I just feel terrible. And I hate this. Like, it's the worst thing ever, putting on makeup, doing your hair, like doing all of that to still feel ugly. It's a lot of effort for absolutely no reason. You don't like showing your partner on social media. Don't like is the wrong term. But as I said earlier, there are certain aspects of my life that I prefer to keep private. There's a difference between private and a secret, which is why I post him. It's just not all the time. The next one is, because you're pretty, I'd probably assume you were mean until I spoke to you. Do you know what? I think I am the furthest thing from rude. Like, I genuinely try to be so polite, so welcoming, and yet everyone always says the first time they meet me that they think I'm rude. I do everything I can not to come across that way, but I just never seem to succeed. Like, everyone is always like, the first time I met you you were so rude. But no, I honestly don't think I'm rude at all. At least I try not to be. You were popular in school. No, I wouldn't say I was popular. I spoke to a lot of different people and I was close with a lot of different people, but I wasn't popular. And then the next one is, you hated school. And it's so sad because I didn't. I actually really liked school. I just got to a point in my life where I had so much going on at home that school was the last place I wanted to be, so it would have kind of translated into that, but it was nothing to do with like learning. I actually quite enjoyed school, to be honest. And then the last one is that I had my child young, which yeah, I did. I was 19, so not super young, but young enough to be considered young. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Honestly, I'm not crazy about it. I'll probably go and wash my face and just take everything off now because I'm really just not feeling it. But I just didn't want to sit there and just answer assumptions. I just thought it'd be nice to do a get ready with me, just so there's something else to watch. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video or you would like videos similar, kind of like Q&As, things like that, then let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching.